Hi guys, it's Dory. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am going to be doing some meal prep for you. In this pan I have, let me bring over the phone and show you. So in here I have 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef, 85/15, and I have 1 pound of turkey. So I'm going to get this going. Let me put you back over here. I'm going to get this going. It's going to cook up nice. Once it's cooked, I'm planning on putting some, they were Mount Olive brand because they were out of Clausen, but I cut up about 7 pickles. I'm going to put that in at the end. Once this is done cooking in this pan, I'm actually going to add in some cheese sauce that I actually made in one of my previous videos. I have about a cup and a half of the cheese sauce left. I'm going to take that cheese sauce and put it in here once this is fully cooked, which of course I will show you. To that I'm going to add the pickles. And I'm also going to be adding a can of pink beans. I normally don't eat a lot of beans, but for some reason lately I've been craving some beans, sort of like a chili type dish. And so that's what I'm gonna be working on, sort of like that. Now as this is cooking down, I'm actually going to be using some Fresh Jack's garlic herb seasoning. And let me show you, I love Fresh Jack's. It really is an amazing company and it tastes so good. And to this, I'm going to use their taco seasoning, authentic taco Mexican blend. So I'm going to put a pretty good amount in here. I would say it's about 3 tablespoons, I'm going to say is in here. And I'm going to let that just kind of blend in as it's all cooking together. It will give us that really good flavor. I can already kind of smell just by putting it in all those cumin, and let's see what they put in theirs. They put organic paprika, organic cumin, organic corn, sea salt, organic garlic, organic oregano, organic coriander, organic onion, organic cayenne pepper. So I've used this a lot in the past. I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorite seasonings that Fresh Jack's makes. Followed by the garlic herb, of course. And then I also love their Keto Chop House. I use this on my steak. Let me see what it smells like. Considering this dish. Nah, I'm gonna keep it out of this dish. But I do love that. I also use the spicy all-purpose. I also use the Sunrise Cowgirls rub. This is a dry rub I rub on my steak or my roasts, brisket, all of that good stuff. So as this cooks, it's gonna take a little while. I will go ahead and bring you guys back, show you when I add the beans. The beans will go in next, then the cheese, and then the pickles will go in last. And that's what I'm gonna do this for this recipe, something I'll eat on for the next few days. But I'll be back every step of the way. Okay guys, so this is just about all the way done. I'm going to add in, this is 1 can of the pink beans. I drained out a little bit of the liquid. I don't really care too much for all of the liquid, honestly. So I'm just going to let this settle in and cook together, kind of get the flavor in there. I have my cheese sauce that is in the microwave cooking up, and just like that, it is done. It was sitting in my refrigerator, so the cheese sauce had gotten, hard from the fridge. So I have it, and I will bring you back when I add that. Okay, so I'm ready to add the cheese sauce. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to put that in there, let that get stirred around. This is the cheese sauce you'll see in a couple videos back. I had made. It's sort of like the Velveeta cheese. And so I'm just going to let this go around probably for another 10 minutes. And then it'll really be done. And I will go ahead and put in my pickles. I'm also going to add, I just thought of it just now, actually, is onions. I actually am going to add in some onions. So I'm going to chop those up and I'll be back. All right, I guess I will start chopping up my onions. I'm going to just use this purple onion my husband had in the refrigerator. And let's just go ahead and peel it off the outside skin. All right. Get the skins off the board. In case you hear the kids, they are playing in the other room that is behind this room. It's actually got, it's the remote learning room, but it's also got changed into my exercise room. I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning it on a previous update video, but I finally have a time that I exercise. I do it with the kiddos every night at 6:15. No fail, except if I have tummy issues. Sometimes I have like bathroom issues and I need to not do it that day, but all in all, we do it every single day. And so anyway, so I am chopping these up, and nothing fancy schmancy around here. And now I'm going to add those in, and I'll give it a good stir. And I don't know about you guys, but I love working with a spatula or a, one of these. This one's my Christmas one, but I love just stirring stuff around. I just feel like it really gets it all together. So, oh yeah, that looks good. Let me show you guys. So this is what it looks like. It's got the purple onions in there. It's really just going to sit here for the next 10 minutes or so, and then I'll be back, add in the pickles, and I'll let you know how it tastes. Guys, so the kids left a half of a block, so I'd say it's about 4.5 ounces of cream cheese on the counter, and so it was nice and soft. So I thought, let's make this a little bit more creamier. So I just added that half of a block of Philadelphia cream cheese. This is just about done. I can tell that the onions are just about cooked, so they're not too crunchy. And I am going to go ahead and add in my pickles. And this is going to be completed. I'm just going to stir it around a little bit more, and then I will pour some, and then I will let you guys know if this was a hit or a miss. I am thinking it's going to be good, but with the added pickles with the beans, I've never done that before. So, we all fail somewhere. So I'll let you guys know in a few minutes when I pour myself a bowl how it was. Okay, guys, so this is the finished product. If you can see, there's beans, the meat. I'm going to take a bite without the pickle and then try the pickle. Okay, so that is really good. I think if I had made this without the spices from Fresh Jack's, I don't think it would be as flavorful, quite honestly. So now I'm going to try a bite with a pickle and make sure I have a bean and onion. Oh, hang on. I really want to see how this is going to come out. Okay. It's good. I don't mind it, actually. I could take it with or without the pickles, with or without the onions. It's really the seasoning and the cheese sauce and adding that other half of a block of the Philadelphia cream cheese that is actually making it. But with the beans and with the pickles, that's fine. Probably next time I'm going to replace the pickles with Spanish olives, because in a rice dish that we usually make, or we used to make before we were keto / low carb / whatever my husband's doing, we would make arroz con gandules, and that's with, rice, beans, and then there would be Spanish olives in it. And so the beans and the olives worked well together. So I think I would replace that next time. But I'm going to enjoy this. I also think that having it sit for a little while will just marry the flavors longer. And that can't ever be a bad thing, right? So that's it for my first recipe. I'll be back with my next. Hey guys, so I'm working on some meal prep for this week. I have a huge pack right here of sirloin steak. So it is beef loin flap sirloin tips, and there is almost 3 pounds of this. I have had a skillet here with butter. That's all that I cook it in. I cook mine low and slow, so it's less than medium heat. And I'm just going to lay these out in a row. They're touching, it's fine, they're still gonna cook. But yeah, this is a nice big amount. I actually cooked this last week, and I actually had a really great meal with it every day. I sliced up about 3 ounces, 2 to 3 ounces of the steak. I had it with, I had some with sour cream or cream cheese, chives on top. It was phenomenal. So that's what I plan on doing. Let me just show you guys how it is in here. So it's just all lined up. And we put you back here so I can show you. For what I sprinkle on top, I am going to be using Redmond's real salt. Let me get this going over here. I'm going to sprinkle the Redmond's on all of them. And then next I'm using Fresh Jack's, of course, salt-free garlic herb seasoning. If you guys are looking for a coupon code, Erica from Time to Shrink has one for Fresh Jack's. And I'm also going to use the Keto Chop House seasoning from Fresh Jack's. And basically, I'm just going to be cooking this slow and slow. I'm gonna probably flip it. I know you guys have probably heard from TV, or you do it yourself, to only really flip burgers once or meat once. I actually flip it multiple times. It comes out so much better. So I'm probably going to turn this as it's cooking probably 8 times. And then I always put it on a cutting board to rest for at least 20 minutes. That just makes the flavoring and the residual cooking and stuff like that come out really good. So I'll be back and I'll show you guys what it looks like halfway through. All right, guys, this is about the halfway point. I'm going to sprinkle on some Fresh Jack's onion powder, the toasted onion, which is this one right here. I love this one. It's one of my favorite spices from them. So I'm just going to be rotating this. You see it's still, like on this one, you can tell it's still not 100% done. But I'm just going to rotate them again and get them all in a row. Some try to stay on my fork, of course. And I turn them all over here. But these are, I just made these last week, as I said, and these ended up coming out so soft and delicious. A little bit of pink inside. Sliced it after being in the refrigerator, and it was still as fresh as I just cooked it. So I will be back at the end and show you guys as I slice them. All right, guys. So here is how the steak came out. It has been resting. It looks fantastic. I've already, this is actually the first time I'm eating today, so I actually cut some up for myself. And while I have you here, I made another cheese waffle. So I take, it's about an ounce and a half. I take this cheese, I put some on the bottom, I dry off some of the banana peppers, which are right here. I dry them off so there's no water that seeps into here. Then I top it with more cheese and I just leave it sit here. I'm gonna unplug it. Then I'm gonna pull this off of here and let the chaffle itself just sit on my plate for about 1.5 minutes, or maybe even 3-4 minutes till it cools off and it becomes even crispier. So that's a little bonus how I make that. But that's what I'm going to be having for lunch today. And I have lost a good amount of weight the last 1.5 weeks eating just like this, which I will be having a video coming for that. But this is how my sirloin tips came out. Just so juicy, so tender. They sit well in the refrigerator. They warm up well. I actually warmed this up because they got cold sitting out on here while I was doing a Zoom call, and but I just warmed it up and look at, just wonderful. So I will leave you guys with that, and please like and subscribe and follow my journey. I love you guys.